P. Bullock, and I'm here today interviewing Larry Niven. Thank you for your time today, Mr. Niven.
It's a pleasure.
Well, let me start out with asking, how did you get into writing science fiction?
I had to push. I had to write for a year and a quarter before I sold a short story. I had run out of options. I was in school trying to become a mathematician, and eventually it dawned on me I wasn't going to be one of the top mathematicians. I didn't have that much of a gift.
What are your working methods when you're writing? How do you go about it?
I goof around a lot. I leave time for daydreaming. I spend a lot of time in front of my computer screen, and I collaborate a lot.
What about character creation and world or setting creation? How do you go about that?
Superbly.
I'm sorry?
Superbly.
Is
It's
there a
an art
method?
form. It's not easy to describe. You need to know some astrophysics. In fact, the more astrophysics you know, the more fun it becomes to design a planet. Characters emerge from the background. For me, the story idea comes first, and that's what shapes the characters. I generally know the ending. If I start writing, I know what I'm writing toward. If I'm writing with Jerry and it's a big fat novel, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes we're wrong about what the ending is likely to be. We find things we didn't expect.
What's that like, collaborating with people, and how do you choose who you're going to collaborate with?
Carefully. Most of my collaborations have been successful, but every one of them requires new rules. The idea is to produce something I couldn't produce myself alone. That's the most obvious, the most needful excuse for writing a collaboration. You don't write a collaboration to save effort, usually. Collaborations are more work than a solo flight, to the point where you really need to, each collaborator needs to go in thinking he's going to do 80% of the work, and he is.
So is there a veto power, or how do you go about
Yes.
going back and forth, or how does that work?
Yeah, that was Jerry's and my secret when we started A Mote in God's Eye. Mote in God's Eye was my first serious collaboration. I'd written a collaboration with David Gerrold, but that was done strictly for fun. We were serious with A Mote in God's Eye. We were trying to write the novel that we wanted to read when we were 12. I offered two rules. One is, one of us rewrites from the beginning once we've got a draft. That's to smooth out the jarring inconsistencies in style. And the other was, one of us gets the veto power. I was sort of the senior member of this pair, so I got the veto power, and Jerry did the rewrite. Ed Lerner and I are carving out a fourth novel in the Fleet series. The Fleet of Worlds series has the fiercest puppeteers at its heart, and let's see. I should tell you that Ed and I have been covering known space, writing in the interstices between the stories I've been writing for 40 years. This third novel that we've finished covers the fleet of protectors that was on its way at the end of Protector, long ago. This fourth one, well, we don't even have a plot line yet. David Gerrold and I have talked collaboration, but it hasn't gone anywhere. This is, again, writing with David is recreation. Greg Benford and I had a thing going, and it stalled about halfway, possibly my fault. The damn trouble with writing with Greg Benford is he's an accomplished writer. He can do all of it. I've had trouble sandwiching my way into the novel, and I just got lost. I'm writing with with Stephen Barnes, a dream part novel set on the moon, really stretching his abilities. With Jerry Pournelle, we're going to threaten the Earth with something big again, and this time we're going to try to stop it. Stopping it is hard. It used to be impossible. It was impossible when we wrote Lucifer's Hammer.